Good morning, Mr. Williams.
Tim's getting the attorney.
Good morning.
Your Honor, it appears Mr. Carter's case with Judge Van Houten was just called, so he stepped into a conference room. He gave me the 5-minute sign.
Okay, okay. Mr. Williams, while you're sitting there, if you want, you can take off your mask. You can leave it on if you want to, but you can take it off if you want to, because we're all social distanced, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. Okay.
Are you going to Team Wellness?
Yes, I have an appointment today at 2 o'clock.
Okay, okay, good. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Yes, I'm
It's
fighting
okay,
diabetes.
it's okay, look at me, look at me. I want you to breathe, everything's okay, okay? You okay?
Is it what?
Yeah, I know, listen to me, Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Breathe. You're okay, okay? Are you breathing? Breathe in and breathe out and relax. Nothing bad's gonna happen, okay? Is that what you're worried about? Nothing, I promise you.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
good. All right, why don't we breathe together, okay? I want you to breathe in for a count of 5 and then breathe out for a count of 5, okay?
Okay.
Ready? Let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Does that help you calm you down a little bit?
Yes, that's a little bit. Yes.
Okay. And just continue to breathe. You're okay. Nothing. When Mr. Carter comes in, do you want me to tell you what's going to happen? Would that help?
He told me.
He told you what's going to happen?
Yeah.
I
try to trust Mr. Carter.
You're trying to trust Mr.
I try,
Carter?
yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And you should trust him. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, and it's going to be the same thing that Mr. Carter told you. What I'm going to do is, when he comes in, I'm going to call the case, and then Mr. Carter's going to say that we're going to waive. That means that we're not going to take any testimony today at all, okay? And then I'm going to take this file, and we're going to send it to the next step,
Okay.
okay? And then Mr. Carter's going to be there with you every step of the way. Did he tell you that?
Yeah.
Yep. And
Okay.
so all you got to do, you know what your job is? Keep going to Team Wellness.
Okay.
Do what they tell you to do. Are they giving you medication?
Yes, that's why I gotta go today, because I'm running low.
Yeah, okay.
on my
And
medication.
you just take your meds, just like your bond says. And everything will be fine, okay? And so all we're gonna do is we're just waiting. Mr. Carter's on a Zoom call up the hall with another court. And so we're just gonna sit here for a few minutes and wait. But I know that you're super nervous, and I'm not trying to do anything except just calm you down a little bit.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Carter's a good guy, too.
Did somebody drive you here today?
They got me a lift.
They got you a lift?
Yes.
Okay. So when you're done, is Mr. Carter gonna help you to get the lift to go back to, where you're staying?
Yes, but I don't have my, yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll work it out as soon as we're done.
At 2 o'clock. I can't.
And at 2 o'clock, you're gonna go, you have a worker that's gonna help make sure you get there at 2 o'clock?
Yes, Kat, she's so nice. She's nice.
Well, good. And it should only be a couple more minutes, and then when I call the case, it'll just be a minute, and then you'll be able to get the lift and go. You won't miss your 2 o'clock appointment, I promise.
Okay. I already missed it Friday. I didn't.
Okay, well, you'll have enough time today.
Okay. I see my kids for my birthday.
Oh, good. How many kids do you have?
I have two
How,
boys.
how old are they?
One's 7 and one's 2. I think they came and see
You
me.
saw them for your birthday? Was your birthday was just a couple days ago?
Yeah, on Saturday. They came and see me. They brought me cupcakes.
Oh, that was very nice.
We ate cupcakes together. Then he
What are their names?
D'Angelo and Genesis.
Well, that's good. Were you happy to see them?
Yes. Yes, that made my day. That made my whole month.
Well, good, good. Well, that's good. Did they make the cupcakes or did they buy them?
They bought them.
They bought them?
Yeah. They bought
Yeah, they're a little bit young to make their own cupcakes.
them.
At least not without a lot of help.
You may not want to eat them if they did.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I still would've ate 'em. I still would've ate 'em.
Oh, because your kids made them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I've eaten a lot of things that I really didn't want to. But since my son's doing it for me. Been a while since somebody's been in here.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Boy, I've
cobwebs
been
up here.
using the courtroom up the hall
Yeah.
for a long time. Yeah, huh, it's, you finding cobwebs.
They're like my most hated thing, webs.
It's a season.
Huh?
It
It's
is
the
the
season.
season, it's for Halloween, Paula.
I know.
They're just decorative.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. Somebody just came in and,
But we went into lockup, the first time. It's like, actually, we had to go. There was cobwebs all over the place.
Isn't that crazy? Because it hasn't been that long, you know what I'm
it's
saying?
amazing how fast they form.
Yeah.
You gotta fix that clock, change the batteries. I keep looking at it though.
Oh, yeah.
Fix the one behind you.
Hmm.
That was,
Mr. Carter on his way?
Let me go see what he's doing.
Larry was telling me in a month that intern, that Darian, I don't remember her last name, she was with Danielle Shamus.
Mm-hmm.
She sat with her a few times.
Yeah.
I guess she's gonna be his replacement.
Oh, okay. Well, he was supposed to be gone before
Yeah.
COVID.
But he said that she's used to the docket downtown at the 36th, so she's used to a very
Have a heavier docket. Well,
heavy
that's good.
docket. He said she's very organized. Probably the most organized
Looks like
person.
he's wrapping up. He gave me the thumbs up signal.
Okay, good.
so, Yeah, we're all at the mercy of everybody else.
No, I understand, I understand.
Thank you for being patient with us, Your Honor.
What happened with the one that was scheduled at 9?
They waived on Zoom.
Yeah.
Because there was a misunderstanding, the attorney, when we set it, we had set a tentative live date, and there was a miscommunication. The attorney that was on it said this was tentative, but the note said it was only tentative because he was stuck in Canada when we set it, and so,
Oh.
but it was a miscommunication. So him and his client both appeared by Zoom, but they waived.
Trials, huh? 4.
One of the trials is mine.
What's that? We only have one trial, yeah, one trial I moved. One of the 11 o'clocks, Teresa Panton, didn't we move one? And we only
I
have
did because my victim is on.
Yeah, I knew there was a reason, I couldn't remember, that's fine.
Yeah, there were 2, now we just have the 1.
Yeah, I think after this, I have multiple things left, you only have 2 left, I think, Mr. King, don't you? 2, maybe 3?
2 and 3, still waiting for circuit courts to call me on.
I don't know about that, that's, yeah.
Yeah, we have one more exam and then
And then the bench
the
trial.
bench trial. The bench trial's at 11, right?
11:30.
Or is it 11?
I think it's 11:30.
It says 11:30. Roy Seenster,
Yes.
Yeah.
11:30.
With Ms. Patton. And then
Yeah.
what is our other exam? It's,
I don't have the docket in front of me, Paula, do
What is
you?
what?
what's the other exam that we have?
Sorry. Brian Gilson.
Gilson. Yep.
Kate DeMott Brady is the one, I was the attorney on it.
Yeah.
But I like her too. She's very quick at getting back with you. What was that, Larry?
I said, yeah. That's all I said was, yeah.
She's quick at getting back with me, I know that. As long as you email.
Yeah. I'm the same way, though. I'm much faster on email than I am on anything else. Do you know if Mary Ann is going to be in the building at all today?
She's not,
She's working from home?
sure.
I'm waiting for her to do a transcript for me, that's all.
Did you order it from her?
I did. It's been ordered. She got the letter from our office and everything, so.
When we go off, I'll,
Yeah, we can talk. That's fine when we're off the record. It's a waiver. It's just a transcript of a waiver because he's saying he
She
didn't know
doesn't
what
have
he
a
was
computer
doing.
at home to type it at home.
no, I know, you may have to do it. She's off for 14 days.
Maybe I can get the letter to Paula.
Yeah, I think that maybe if Paula can do it. She should be back next Monday.
Okay, we'll touch base later.
Pardon?
We'll talk after. We can talk after. It's just,
Okay, now Paula, I'm finding cobwebs all over up here.
It's the season.
She was complaining about cobwebs, but I haven't used, yesterday was the first time I've used this courtroom in 7 months.
That's
I've
true,
been
because
using
you've
Judge,
been in Judge Parrott's.
I've been up the hall because of the Zoom, but we figured out a way to get rid of the back feed.
So I have a question. When there's a new judge elected,
Mhm.
they don't take office till January 1st.
Yeah, yeah, judges' school is January 4th through 8th or something
what I
like
thought.
that, so they'll have a docket.
Because you're necessarily getting a new judge. You just don't
Yes.
know which one yet.
Yeah, mhm.
It won't be until mid-January, huh?
Yep, the second week of January.
He said he's on the phone. He said, I'll be there in 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, and then I don't know how we're gonna split the docket up, because obviously for the past 7 months, Judge Oakley and I have been juggling back and forth.
It'd be nice if they resumed that Batters Court program that Judge
Yeah.
was running. I would be happy
Yeah, I
with
think
that.
He's here.
We'll talk about that.
He's here. As of now, that's all that's here. There's no.
Who's here for the,
Gilson, 10:30.
yeah, who's,
He's here, the defendant with his attorney, but that's it so far.
okay, there you go. For your
Oh, and Kelly's
10:30.
here for it too.
Kelly, yeah,
But
the
there's nobody
complainant,
else.
the
Sorry.
complainant has been served by certified mail,
Okay.
so we'll
Just let you know.
we'll just hold tight and wait. And we still need Mr. Carter's, I feel his pain though. You get stuck in those circuit courts and it becomes difficult. We were actually both zoomed into the same circuit court with Judge Van Houten on 2 different matters. You're getting rid of me.
I heard, Paula just told me, you've been threatening that for months.
Well, it's happening.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna do felony trials, felony DV trials. So basically,
Are they doing felony DV trials? No.
basically, I was under the grant position, and then a year ago, they hired me in to do felony trials, and they gave me a felony docket. But then they've never been able to take this away from me.
Right,
So
right.
I've been doing this.
And that.
And a 35 case felony caseload for a year now. So they're finally getting me to the point where I'm gonna be back down to doing just one job.
Who's taking your place?
Darian Fortier, she was intern.
What's her last name?
Fortier. She was an intern with Danielle when
Yeah,
Danielle Chambers.
I think that, Paula mentioned it, I think that I've
She's,
seen her a couple of times.
Incredibly well organized, incredibly on top of it.
Good.
Very smart, very quick. You guys will love her. She's gonna be great out here.
Do you have a drop dead date on when you're moving?
No, she's transitioning, she's doing 36th exams, so we brought in somebody from another unit to join our unit. She's transitioning the 36th exam docket to them.
Okay,
And then once she's comfortable that they're able to handle that 36th exam docket on their own, then she'll
She'll
start
move.
coming out here.
okay.
And the 36th.
You okay?
Yeah, I was, a letter of recommendation from my boss. He sent it to Mr. Carter.
Okay, okay. Mr. Carter should be wrapping it up, and literally, I know I told you just a minute, and it's been more than just a minute, and you're doing good. You're doing good, and if he sent him a letter, that's good. Just say that you're working and you're doing everything you're supposed to do.
No, that was so I can get back to work.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, I've been on house arrest. I haven't went nowhere.
Yeah, no, I thought that I released him to go to work. I thought we had that conversation. We'll wait for Mr. Carter and we'll talk about it.
Okay. 'Cause, yeah,
What's the job? Where are you working?
Quality Professional Incorporation Inspection, is QPI.
Okay.
We just
What will you do? What are you gonna do for them?
checking car parts from their branch off from the big three. So
Mhm.
certain car
To make
parts.
sure the car part matches?
Yeah,
what
good
it's-
or bad, defects,
Okay.
passing. I mean, it's pretty simple. I have my own little station and everything. I was working with him.
This is the case that I had the victim on, yes? On one of the violations or whatever? Yeah.
And all 3 of them are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had.
Are they relatives?
I think so.
I think
You're
that my
testing-
memory
You're
is,
testing my memory here.
no, I'm pretty sure that well, maybe the one wasn't. The one that I had spoken to on Zoom, I don't think was.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. I've been doing some breathing exercises with your client.
Good. I was doing that with
because-
him today too.
Yeah, because he's much better than when I walked in. He was super nervous.
I know. D'Artagnan has been having a time, but we did breathing exercises in the council room.
Well, there you have it.
I
We
felt
must-
nervous about leaving him, but you did good.
He did good, and amazingly, I must have tuned into your energy, because
Thank
I
you.
walked out and I was like, breathe in for
Right.
5, breathe out for 5.
He's good. He has his appointment with Team Wellness today at 2 o'clock.
He has told me, we've been talking.
Good.
Mm,
I trust you. That's
nothing
what- I
about
know.
the case,
I
but
know.
just about his kids coming to see him for his birthday and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
And before we do this, because I'm gonna do before the waiver, let's have the conversation. He talked about work.
Mhm.
He mentioned his work,
Yes.
said that his boss sent you a letter.
He did. D'Artagnan, I'm so glad you reminded me of that.
And so I see that there is, that we had released on a tether. Is he under complete house arrest?
He's under complete house arrest right now, only to see Team Wellness.
Right.
He has his old boss, Mr. Hutch Husami, who I've actually talked to on the phone. Mr. Husami.
Hang on one second.
Okay.
Calling the case of People versus D'Artagnan Williams, just to make that clear on the record.
Mike Carter on behalf of Mr. Williams.
And Larry King on behalf of the people.
So there's a letter, he's on complete house arrest, but he told me that he can get his job on inspecting parts
Right.
and making sure that they're
And
whatever. Mr. King,
Can I ask where the defendant resides?
He resides at 10100 Tireman in Detroit.
and I think we have that address on file because of the tether.
So I know that he goes to Team Wellness, and I see that the address there is in Dearborn. So if you want to expand the GPS tether to allow him to travel to that Dearborn address, that's fine. I would ask that it be clear to the defendant that he's excluded from having any contact with any of the victims in this case. And in fact, he has no reason to be in the city of Romulus. So I would like the tether to make sure it's clear that he can go to those 3 addresses: Team Wellness, his home, and the Dearborn address.
What's the work release address for, what's the Dearborn
Yeah,
address?
5171 Miller Road, Dearborn, Michigan.
I'm gonna make a notation if Heather's got any questions that she can email you.
Yes, please.
Okay.
But, and I know we've had tether issues in the past, and I will state that our complaining witnesses are here. They remain incredibly fearful, and I would ask that the court remind, and I don't know if it's needed, but just for the record, remind Mr. Williams that he's not to go anywhere near them, have any contact with them of any kind, or travel to anywhere except those 3 permitted addresses.
And you understand that, Mr. Williams?
Yes.
I'm gonna let you go to work, but you go to work, you go to Team Wellness, and then you stay home, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're gonna promise me that you're not gonna have any contact with the people that are here today with the victims in this matter, correct?
No, Your Honor, I will not have contact with them.
Okay.
And just for the record, Judge, we did have one tether issue, but
I remember
he was
the
nowhere
issue.
near, he was in the city.
I know.
Okay.
I remember the tether issue. I do have a question, and then we can do the waiver. What, he's seeing Team Wellness, what's the diagnosis?
So right now, the first time he went, my social worker wasn't with him, and it did not go well. He
Okay.
got nervous and
He's like, I
yes.
can tell.
Second time it went better, so he had his intake the second time.
So
Today is going to be the actual meat and potatoes of the evaluation.
Because he indicated to me that he's almost out of his meds.
Yes, I know, and my social worker knows that they're supposed to get a refill today.
Okay, and he also indicated to me that he did not come here with a worker, that they put him in a lift.
We put him in a lift.
Okay, you
Yes,
put him
yeah,
in
our
a lift.
office has
Okay,
lift
so
account.
you're gonna make
Yeah,
sure
absolutely.
that he's got the lift
Yes.
to go to,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and
Okay.
do the waiver then. And my understanding is that this is gonna be a waiver, is that correct, Mr. Carter?
That's correct, Judge. I have spoken at length to Mr. Williams about his right to a preliminary examination. He understands that the prosecution, by a standard of probable cause, proved that he committed a crime that was committed and that he committed the crime. He understands that, and at this time, he would like to waive that, knowing that it will be bound over or transferred over to Frank Murphy, to the felony court.
And I talked to him about it a little bit because he was so nervous, and he said, Mr. Carter told me what was gonna happen, and I said, well, I'm gonna tell you again, so
Yep.
that what I tell you is the same thing that he told you.
Yep.
And so, and everything that Mr. Carter said is true, Mr. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm gonna, do what we call a bind over and send it to the felony court, and you're gonna do what we talked about before, that you're gonna take the meds that you're supposed to take, not take anything you're not supposed to take. You're gonna go to Team Wellness, and now you're gonna go to work too,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay?
And Your
And-
Honor, heard no objection to the bind over from the people, just for the record.
Thank you. I am going to bind the defendant over. The arraignment on the information will take place 2 weeks from today on November the 10th. Well, not really, but
Right.
the
I'll keep you
theory,
informed.
sometime in the future. And then Mr. Carter will help you get a lift, get you to your appointment, and then he'll tell you about whenever your next hearing is, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you
Right.
for your patience,
Anything
Judge.
else? Okay,
Nothing further
good.
from
All
the
right,
people. I
you're all
appreciate
set.
the
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
good day and good luck, Mr. Williams.
Tell Heather to
okay?
call me if
Okay,
she
Your
has any
Honor, thank
questions.
You're welcome.
All right, let's go, D. Get your lift. Good job, brother. See you guys later. Good.
Yeah.
You got it.
Thanks, Paula.
You're welcome.